Welcome to a new lesson. In this lesson, we learn how Hadoop carries out the process of job execution and what happens from the time we have submitted the job to the time the job gets completed. So what we have seen so far. When we submit the job, there is a detailed description that comes related to the job execution and the job completes. The job gets submitted by wait for completion function, which is the last statement of every program we have written. It is the last statement in the run method which we override in the driver class when we are using the tool runner, and the last line in the main function if we are coding our driver logic in main function. Wait for completion method causes the job to be submitted for processing. The job execution depends upon a couple of properties. In 0.22 release, the property name is MapRed.job.tracker. This is preset in configuration file MapRedSite.xml. Its default value is local. If it is in pseudo distribution or fully distribution mode, it would have colon separated host and port pair. In case of local distribution, the job tracker, task tracker all would run on a single JVM. Pseudo distribution mode would completely emulate the fully distributed mode by running job tracker and task trackers on separate JVMs on a single node. In case of .23 release or a later release, that is 1.x.x, there is a new MapReduce framework implementation. The new implementation is called MapReduce 2 and is built on a system called YARN. YARN stands for Yet Another Resource Negotiator. We will look in deeper about it later in the course, but the important thing to be noted is that in case of newer releases, property MapReduce.framework.name decides the framework of execution. It can be set to local, which is as good as running in local mode, or it can be set to classic, which is what we study next, or it can be set to YARN, which we would study later in the course. What we now study is the anatomy of job that runs in fully distributed modes. So let us see the job run in classic MapReduce framework. Here we see that the client node has the job client running. Job client is the part of Hadoop setup which is responsible for interaction with Hadoop. It is important that job client runs on the machine that accesses or interacts with Hadoop, or else the machine won't be able to interact. It is the job client, which is a Java program, which carries out the whole process of interaction with Hadoop. It interacts with job tracker, which is again a Java program named job tracker, and job tracker in turn communicates with multiple task trackers, which again are Java programs named task tracker. Job tracker runs on a different node and task tracker runs on many nodes parallelly. Here we would consider only one task tracker for ease of understanding. So as the first step, job client submits the job to job tracker by placing it in the job tracker's queue. There are many setups and checks done in this phase, like if the output is already present or not, or if the input file exists or not. After these verifications, job tracker picks up the next job from its queue and assigns it to task trackers. A single task tracker node has multiple slots for running map tasks and reduce tasks. It constantly interacts with job tracker about the free slots and according to which job tracker schedules the task for the task tracker. On assignment, task tracker takes up the task and sends regular reports to the job tracker, which in turn combines the reports generated from all the task trackers and updates the client. In the next lesson, we'll deeper dive in the steps which we have discussed here.